Hey everyone, today we're going to do another lure painting tutorial, and today's pattern is the Firetiger pattern. It's a simple pattern that is easy to start with. I'm using a Rebel Teeny R that I have found, and I'm going to make it a new color that I find useful. It's currently just a base orange with some black striping on it. We're going to start off with opaque white and coat the whole thing in opaque white. Make sure you tape off the bill. And we are also testing out some new airbrushes. This is an A-Best that I'm using right now. This is one I've had. It's from Amazon, cost about $30 to $35. It gets clogged easy, but it got the job done. But I have upgraded to an Iowata Neo, and the Iowata Neo is about $60, and you can get it from Hobby Lobby. It worked pretty good for today. A lot smoother and a little bit more control, definitely less clogging, and it's definitely built a lot better than the A-Best. You can see the A-Best is missing the back on mine. That's because it broke the very first day I got it. Alright, so once we have a base coat, we're going to actually switch to a fluorescent yellow, and we're going to coat the whole bait in fluorescent yellow. We want it to be pretty strong, so I'll probably have 3 or at least 2 coats of fluorescent yellow on this bait, and it'll cover the whole thing. The fluorescent done, we're going to switch over to a pearl green. I like the pearl green. You can use a regular green as well, and I'm actually going to add a little bit of reducer because I don't want it to cover too heavily. We're going to spray that on the back and just a little bit down the sides. I'm spraying this pretty far away because I'm just trying to get it to cover lightly. Once we finish the green, we're going to coat the belly in fluorescent orange. Now the fluorescent orange needs to be pretty bright on the belly, so you're going to put 2 to 3 coats of fluorescent orange on there. Now this is where the new airbrush started giving me some trouble. I wasn't quite used to the trigger on it, and I got a little bit more paint and a little bit wider spray than I wanted to, so the belly ended up a little wider than I wanted it to. But it still works, and it still looked good, so I kept it the same without redoing it. Now we're going to start with the details, and so we're going to use opaque black, and again we're going to thin that down. I think it was 2 drops to paint to 2 drops of thinner. We're going to coat the back with that. I'm actually going to come back later and coat it even darker to match the stripes on the side. And I make my own stencils. This is just out of cardstock. I've cut them out, but since the bait has a bit of a curve to it, I only spray about half of them, and then I rotate it and then spray the rest of the half. You don't want to spray too close on this or with too high of a pressure. You don't want to spray underneath your stencil, so make sure you turn down that pressure and stay a little ways back. I'm going to use the same stencil on the other side. We're just going to clean off the stencil so it doesn't transfer black paint onto the bait. Now that we're done with the stenciling, I didn't care for the way the stripes were just off to themselves on the sides, so I went ahead and sprayed the back just a little bit darker black. So once you're satisfied with the back of this bait, it's pretty much finished. All you have to do is put a clear coat on the top to protect the Createx paints. I use a 2-part epoxy. The epoxy is a 30-minute epoxy. This gives you plenty of time to coat the lure and get it up on a drying rack. So here's the finished product. I add red eyes and red hooks to it. I think it just makes it pop. And there's the finished lure. Like I said, this is a easy pattern to do. Great for starters. If you have any questions, leave a comment below and I'll try to answer them. Thanks.